In the heart of Romania, nestled against the whispering forests of the Carpathians, my family found its new beginning. Or so we thought. It was just Mom, my stepdad George, my stepsister Leela, and me. Leela, with her demands and tantrums, could make the saints weep. And somehow, I always ended up as the villain in my parents' eyes. But this time, I had a plan to level the playing field. To teach them all a lesson wrapped in the cloak of the supernatural. Our new home was everything you'd expect from a place forgotten by time, creaky floors, doors that never seemed to stay closed, and an attic that moaned with the wind. Leela hated it, which made me love it just a bit more. I discovered the journal of Andrei Buka, a settler who claimed our very land was cursed by vampires. The entries were filled with tales of settlers turned predators, livestock found drained of blood, and shadows that whispered in the night. It was perfect. I began my prank by dropping hints about the journal. Did you know, I'd start at dinner. This land is supposed to be cursed. Leela rolled her eyes, but I saw her glance nervously at the windows as night fell. Then came the piece de resistance. I enlisted the help of a few friends to create our very own vampire scare. We crafted eerie sounds that would float through Leela's windows at night, and left fake claw marks on the trees near the house. The climax of my plan came one evening, when Leela swore she saw a shadowy figure outside her window. She screamed so loud, I thought the ancient glass would shatter. Mom and George ran to her side, and for once, they didn't blame me. They were too caught up in the fear. It was then I decided to reveal the truth. With Leela clinging to Mom, her usual bravado gone, I showed them the fake fangs and the journal, explaining how I'd crafted the entire tale. It was all a prank, I admitted, to show you how silly Leela's fears were and how quick you ought to judge me. The silence that followed was heavy. Then, to my surprise, George laughed. It was a deep, genuine sound that I hadn't heard from him before. Mom covered her mouth, shock giving way to amusement. Even Leela, after a moment of stunned silence, cracked a smile. We deserved that, George said, clapping me on the back. You got us good, son. From that day forward, things changed. Leela was a bit humbler, and my parents saw me in a new light. We learned to laugh together, to share our fears and face them as a family. And as for the vampires, they never troubled us again, except in the stories we shared, huddled together during the long, Carpathian nights.